We have just got some new details. Buckingham Palace has just released new details about tomorrow's funeral for Prince Philip, who of course passed away last week. Stefanie Jones joins us to give us some insight into the royal funeral. So, Steph, what will Brits be watching for tomorrow? What should we keep our eyes glued for?
Well, Tori, the funeral gives British people and the royal family a chance to say goodbye and pay their respects to Prince Philip. He will be carried in an electric Land Rover, which he helped to design, to St George's Chapel in Windsor Castle for the funeral. And this will be the first time we see Prince Harry and Prince William in public together since March of last year. And as Harry mentioned in his interview with Oprah, there is a bit of distance between the two of them, and the palace also have confirmed that Harry will not be walking with his brother during the funeral procession. Instead, their cousin Peter Phillips will be walking between them, and then once they're inside, Peter will also walk with William and Harry with another cousin. Now, of course, this is going to bring back memories of the heartbreaking images of the boys walking behind their mother's coffin during Princess Diana's funeral. Their uncle was in between them at that time. And another break from tradition, the royal family will not be wearing their usual military uniforms. Instead, the palace said they will be in mourning dress, which is a dark coloured clothing and suits.
So, Steph, real quick, just why do you think the Queen made the decision to have no military? Is it because there's two questions? One, Harry isn't allowed to have that, or also there's Andrew, who is all caught up in this Jeffrey Epstein situation, also going to be there. So is that the reason? What do you think?
You've hit the nail on the head. So normally, traditionally, all members of the royal family that are male serve in one of the forms of military that we have. We did see the Duke of Edinburgh serve 12 years in the Navy during World War II, so wearing uniforms would have been a huge sign of respect to him. But the Queen has actually stepped in here to protect Harry, and it says a lot about their relationship and where it's at, because Harry is the only senior member of the royal family that isn't entitled to wear a military suit. He could have won his 3 medals that he got from his time during Afghanistan, but the Queen decided no, everyone's going to wear mourning suits, so he's not sticking out, and there's no difference between them. What's interesting is, like you said, Andrew, however, is still entitled to wear his, and he was championing to do that, so not good news from his behalf.
Wow. Prince Andrew is not in jail? I don't mean to break from the funeral.
No, he's not in jail. No, he's not.
He is
Jeff,
not.
rich people don't go to jail. Grow up.
Interesting.
Steph, I have I'm going to explain society to Jeff later. Rich people never pay any price.
We'll chat at the break.
Yeah. Steph, I have a question. In hip-hop terms, it seems like the brothers have beef, and it seems like it's been there forever, and we talk around it, Do you just think maybe they don't like each other? I think a lot of our viewers probably have a sibling that they're closer to than others, and some that they just flat out don't like. Is this what you've noticed growing up, like they just don't like each other that much?
I think in more recent years there is definitely a bit of hostility, and I think it's obvious for the public to see. Harry himself said to Oprah in the interview they haven't been speaking, and I think that William definitely takes his role as future king extremely seriously, and Harry has always been the black sheep, so to speak. You know, he's done more of his own thing, and I think as they've got older and their values have definitely separated and Harry's found his own path, that definitely has been trying, I think, for William. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, and I hope they take this time to really rebuild those bridges and bonds, because they're siblings after all. Diana wouldn't have wanted that. She'd want them united.
I totally agree with you. Well said. Thank you so much, Steph. We really appreciate your insight on this matter, and I will be watching.